Hi, this is Allie with the Perception Trainers, author of The Perception Diet, and today I want to go over my second part to my Healing the Mother Wound series. So if you didn't watch the first video, I've attached the link down in the description below and you can go watch that first. And now in the second video, I basically want to take what we talked about in the first video and expand on it. So in the first video, we talked about how there was this huge history about, or kind of that caused a lot of our mothers and a lot of our mothers' mothers and all of this stuff to essentially disconnect from femininity, disconnect from a healthy relationship with femininity and with mothering and being a mother and having a mother, and all of this kind of caused this upswing in people who have really dark, deep mother wounds. And so I wanted to start there because I feel like understanding where some of this stuff comes from can be really, really helpful in allowing you to move forward. Because sometimes when you see that it's not just because, you know, your mom wanted to be neglectful or your mom didn't try to be good to you or whatever, that there was stuff that happened and that it did cause things to go the way that they did, and it probably affected your mother and your mother's mother and your experience of being mothered. And so having that understanding can make it feel a lot less personal and a lot less painful. So the next thing that I want to talk about today is some of the reasons or some of the tools that you can use to help you actually let go of your mother wounds and to heal from some of the things that may have happened to you. So being that our mothers and our mothers' mothers were raised in the world that they were, many of us grew up without feeling like we had a mom or feeling like our moms didn't serve that mother role. They didn't, they weren't totally compassionate, they weren't totally nurturing, that, or, you know, we ended up having a really strange relationship with our mother because we wanted to be this one way and we wanted to be free and we wanted to be ourselves and we wanted to expand beyond what they felt comfortable with, and they did not want that. Or we were raised with mothers that were very, very masculine, and they perceived femininity as weak, as a weakness, and we started to take that on ourselves. And now I feel like, especially people in my generation, tend to walk around with these really hostile relationships with their mothers because we're not able to accept that they are the way that they are. We are still wanting them to be this other way for us. We are still having these expectations of what a mother should be, and we are perpetually disappointed that our mothers are not providing that for us. And we're also feeling like our mothers aren't accepting us. They're not allowing us to be who we want to be. They're not letting us be the free spirits or the just, you know, the kind of people that we want to be. And so we tend to walk around with this feeling of wanting to be close to our mothers, wanting to have this relationship with our mom, really desperately wanting your mom to approve of you and to feel that love and that nurturing and that nourishment that comes from the mother relationship, but then on the other side, not wanting anything to do with your mother, not wanting to be like her at all, not wanting, or very much rejecting the way that she is and the way that she showed you that life should be. And so we have this deep sense of pain. And the other thing is, I know that a lot of us have things that went on with our mothers that were legitimately painful, that were legitimately hurtful, and that were legitimately harmful, where our mothers acted in a way that just didn't align with our best interests, that really did hurt. And I just want to say that first things first is just to acknowledge and to accept that you may have a strained relationship with your mother, and maybe she really hurt your feelings, and maybe through being raised by your mother, you've got this skewed perception of femininity and this skewed perception of yourself, and that could very well be truth of how you perceived it, and that's how it happened. And so I just first want you to just give yourself some love and compassion, right? That it's okay if you feel betrayed by your mother. It's okay if you feel hurt. It's okay if you struggle with that relationship. There's nothing wrong with you and you trying to fix your mother and all of this stuff. Just give yourself a break for a second, because I know that a huge part of this is that we have these super high expectations of ourselves to be these perfect daughters and to fix our moms and to fix this relationship and to fix everything that's gone on and to, kind of be okay with what happened and just get over it. And I think just give yourself some space and some time. And if these next few suggestions don't resonate with you right now, just keep them on the back burner until you're ready for them, okay? So when you've come to a place where you're just like, okay, what happened is what happened. I accept that my mom had a totally different life than me. I accept that, some things weren't the way that I wanted them to be. I accept that I have some pain, but I'd like to get over it. The first thing that I recommend you do was something that I was actually given by my friend Ashley. She told me so when you're really focusing on this pain that was caused by your mom and the whole relationship and analyzing what happened and blah 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 blah, it can get really muddy and really confusing and really like, where should I draw the line between something she did? Should I cut her out of my life? Blah blah blah. So the first thing I want to invite you to do is just to see your mom as a human. Okay, so just remove the expectations of her being a mom and everything she was supposed to have done for you as a mother and everything she was supposed to have been as a mother, and just in your mind allow her to just be another human for a moment. Just another woman on the planet who's just trying to be herself and just trying to live her life and trying to learn and grow and have a human experience just like you. And if you can make space for your mom to just be a human for a sec and just to see her through the lens of just being a human, sometimes it can create that little bubble of space that allows you to have a little bit of compassion for her and have a little bit of it removes the attachment that she was my mom and she let me down, and allows you to just see her as a human, right, who also struggles and who also went through stuff and was maybe just not equipped, like many women weren't. We just were not equipped to be a woman in the world and to be a mother, because like I said, right, like the world wasn't set up to nourish femininity. The world wasn't set up to make being a feminine being a safe thing. And your mom was just a human that just went through it, okay? So just give yourself the space and the time, and give her the space and the time, that if she weren't your mother, just think of her as a human, okay? And just allow that whatever she did or whatever she has gone through, it was, okay? And then the second thing is to create some space and create some space inside of yourself to say that if I was to forgive my mother, it's not to say that everything that she did was okay. I'm not saying that what happened between us was good. I'm not saying that she acted rightly. I'm not saying that all of these things that she did didn't hurt and that she shouldn't have done them. All I'm saying is that I'm choosing to move forward, okay? And this is really what forgiveness is in general. It's the understanding that when you forgive your mother, when you choose to start to move through what happened between you and your mother, you're not saying what your mom did was okay. You're not saying that it's over and you're over it and, live and let live. What you're just saying is you acknowledge that it happened. And you're acknowledging that by your forgiving her, by your allowing her to be the human that she is, you are setting yourself free, okay? And again, sometimes this whole forgiveness thing can feel like a punch in the face, because it a little bit feels like you're saying it's okay, and it a little bit feels like you're saying that like letting this go, I'm giving her permission to be how she was, and I'm giving her permission to do what she did, and say that it wasn't bad. But I just want you to know that really at the end of the day, forgiveness is not you admitting that what she did was okay, and you're not saying that you would do the same thing or anything like that. All you're saying is that you want to be able to learn from the experience, you want to be able to heal from the experience, and you want to be able to move on. So my mom was just a human. She just did what she knew how to do in the moment. I choose to believe that she did the best with what she could, because that is what she knew at the time, and that I am going to choose to forgive her because I want to embody a new type of femininity. I want to embody this new way of being that supports my femininity, that supports my health, that supports my happiness. And it's not up to her to make it better for me, because she can't, right? And this is the other thing you need to do, is to realize that really a lot of healing the mother wound is taking your responsibility back, okay? Taking your own power back. She can't do it for you. She can't heal you. She can't make it better, right? What happened is what happened, and now it's your job to make it better. So having some compassion for yourself, have some compassion for your mother as a human who was raised in the world that she was raised in, that was a tough world, and then take your power back, right? You're not saying it's okay what happened. You're not saying that you accept what happened. You're not saying that that any abuse that you suffered, or any psychological stuff that went on, or withholding of love, or being very masculine and rejecting the feminine, and all of this stuff was okay. All you're saying is that you don't want to carry it around with you anymore, and that you're going to be willing to forgive because you want to be free. And then just start to sit with that. Just start to sit, like, what would it feel like if I just forgave my mother? If I really was able to just process this stuff. So it's not about like letting it go, it's like processing it. What if I was to process it and then take my responsibility back? Then I'm going to turn this into something positive. I'm going to turn this into something that's going to grow me. And that's what we're going to talk about in the next video, is how to take all this stuff and allow it to grow you, and allow it to be something that makes you better and makes you more loving and more compassionate and more feminine. But just for now, just see your mom as a human, and just start to wrap your mind around the idea that forgiving her is not saying it's okay. It's saying that you're going to take your power back and you're going to make it something good. Okay? So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. I always love to hear from you. Like, subscribe, and if you have anything else you want to say, I would love to hear you. And I'll talk to you in the next video.